Today, we're going to be talking about Charlie Kirk, his passing, his legacy. Probably nobody would have expected how what he did impacted this Chinese immigration lawyer here in California in helping clients get visas and get green cards. His courage and the way he stands, and he dedicated his life to doing this work of going from campus to campus, talking to students, talking to people, and sharing his beliefs. He firmly believed in his conviction, and he shows up and he faces the crowds. People don't really know how I admire that. And in the way I process cases, in the way we do a lot of these cases, I actually use a lot of the stuff that he says. And I want to share that. For example, he says, America is full. We're up to the brim. No more visas, please. But from a completely different perspective, me dealing with a lot of EB-5 investments, I hear a lot of congressmen say, America needs so much more people.
I hear from employers in my district every day about the need to fix our broken immigration system and allow more people to come here and work.
There's so much more investment that's needed. When you take a flight from LA to New York, there's pockets of cities that are very populated, but vast majority of the Great Plains is empty. There's still so much land and prosperity to be had. When we're doing an EB-5 investment, we make the argument. This area, the unemployment rate is sky high. It's way higher than the national average. People don't have jobs in this location and they cannot move out. Without this investment, the city, this business will collapse. And so they're investing. So please, we've invested the $1 million. We've hired the 10 employees. Please allow us to get the green card. Another one that he mentions is that American politics, American immigration should prioritize American workers. So in our application, after the EB-2, EB-3 gets approved, in the adjustment of status application, we show the officers every single application. This is the timeline of this particular application. To get a perm application through could take 2-3 years. To wait for a prior date could take 5 years before your first start date. How is that not prioritizing American workers? So when we apply for these, we show we have already prioritized American workers, and please, the company still very much needs this individual. So please grant the green card. The one that really hits home for most people is how mass immigration into this country is distorting the American culture.
Cannot bring people into the country that don't share your values and still be a country. You could be something else, you just won't be a country.
And so when we submit cases for foreigners to be able to get visas and green cards to come into this country, it is imperative and it is so important for us to explain what are the values that they are bringing to help America. We could talk about education, we could talk about economic prosperity, we could talk about hard work. So that is something that I always try to make a point of. When they see consulate officers, when people see USCIS officers, look at their background, look at their values, and how do they fit into the American way of life. These are just 3 things in the past few years where Charlie Kirk's speeches just really, really impacted me. Because when I really listen to what he's saying, his positions I disagree with. I see his observation. I see how the people that he's speaking to and his base are so moved by what they see America becoming. I wish his family the best, and I wish that America can continue to move onward and forward so we can not see something like this happen again.